Well, if you look at my Instagram, dmilstein75, it looks like all I do is I celebrate the Stanley Cup every single year. And you know
Not a
what
bad
I
thing.
do? And to be fully clear and transparent here, yes, my clients, because I have so many clients on so many teams, my
Yes.
clients do happen to win the Stanley Cup every year. But all the jokes aside, that is
Yes.
truly less than half of 1% of what you do. But it's 24/7. It's whether during the Toronto Maple Leafs game, getting a message from Kyle, Mickey is injured but he's okay, or Mickey is sick, or right after the game, a client of yours from the juniors or from anywhere complains about the ice time or lack of the ice time, and or somebody getting injured. But think about the parents. You're flying, slamming into the boards, and then the mom and dad that are in Moscow or elsewhere in the world picking up the phone, calling, "Oh my God, what's going on? Can you please get in touch with somebody on the team? Is my son okay? He's not answering the calls." You get that all the time. To where in numerous cases, I found out that the wives of my clients are pregnant, either at the same time or before, even perhaps before my clients, because she's waiting until Valentine's Day because it's 2 weeks away. She wants to make a nice album with pictures of love and the ultrasound in the end, right? But to get to the ultrasound, you got to call the agent or somebody, be like, "Hey, who do I go? Who do I see? How does it work here in Canada or in the United States? Do we even have an insurance and stuff like that too?" So we do those types of things to booking reservations at the restaurants, to flying parents, to my Amazon isn't working, or the UPS did not deliver the box, but how do I get my box in? I need it today, I don't need it tomorrow. Can I come back again? To from the littlest things to the most major things. Of course, we run the camps. Of course, we help. We have video coaches that basically provide you shifts, and we work with whether you're in the NHL or you're just a 15-year-old kid. We help you with video coaching, breaking your game, assisting, but at the same time, the work doesn't stop there. We work with the parents, we work with the spouses, we work with the girlfriends, and it never stops.
I say as a loyal time, I'm not in the law business. I'm in the make your life easy business. And it sounds like you're in that very same business. Your job is to make your clients' lives easy. You take all their stress, you take their problems, you're a solution bringer to them, and that's amazing. I think that's a big reason why they love you, and it shows through social media, and it shows through your roster. It's you said an immigrant with 17 cents and buys their first suit from the Salvation Army to building up Gold Star Hockey. Think about that. How many people dream of being a sports agent, let alone having a sports agency? So from mortgages, how did Gold Star Hockey come to be?
Well, people ask all the time.
Yeah.
We make movies, we write books, we have we have farms, bee farms, and we have the electric vehicle rentals, and we have all kinds of Gold Star used to be started with Gold Star Mortgage in the tiny closet that was used as a closet by its previous tenant to where we are today. 49 offices just in the United States, plus we have offices throughout the world as well. This goes back to the late 90s. So there was one kid who was told no 657 times. He was not selected in the draft when he was 18. He didn't get drafted when he was 19. He went back, he got drafted all the way in the back of the draft when he was 20 years old. He went 171st in the 6th round. This kid didn't even know he was drafted for some time until a friend of his comes to the locker room and says, "Hey, you were drafted in the NHL." The kid goes like, I don't believe you. The very next day, he brings a newspaper. The kid looks at it, goes like, "Yeah, I was drafted." 3 years later, this kid shows up to a training camp. That team had 13 out of 23 future Hall of Famers. He has almost, and this is before the salary cap era, so he has almost no chance of making the team. The famous and one of the best hockey coaches of all times sees him, tells him shortly thereafter that he's going to make the team, and somebody on the team gives him a business card that said, "Call this guy. He speaks your language. He's a banker. You can trust him. We've used him." And at that time, I'm ranked number one in the state of Michigan, and I'm number 20 or so in the country. And so naturally, many athletes, celebrities are my clients. And so somebody basically told this kid my business card, said, "Hey, call him, you can trust him," and stuff like that too. So this kid called me. I took care of his housing and finances, and And then later we became friends. We became the best friends. And then eventually I became his agent too. And that kid's name is Pavel
Pavel?
Datsuk. Pavel
Yeah.
Datsuk. So
I was gonna
so
say
Pavel,
I was gonna say the number one. If you go on your website client list, he's number one on that list for a reason.
Pavel's number one on the
Yeah.
Pavel is he is my best friend. I mean, obviously, there's not a day goes by that we don't talk. We talk
Yes.
every single day about various things. I've learned so much from him, and I hope that he has benefited from our relationship as well. And so I built the agency around one guy. So up until 2015, Pavel was the only client because I was building other businesses and doing other things.
Yes.
And
yes.
so to me, it was I just he was just one client, and I wanted that way. So from the littlest things to all the
Yes.
other things. So I'll never forget him standing in his underwear in the middle of the hotel room, rehearsing his the All-Star the NHL awards acceptance speeches, that a speech that I would help him write, and then he would rehearse it on me, to the very last speech when he announced to the world that he was leaving the NHL as well. So I was there for his the birth of his two kids. He was there for the birth of my daughter, and so it's a friendship that grew into the business and everything else. But in 2015, Jonathan, I was when he told me he was leaving, I was stuck with a decision: do I continue staying in the sports agent business, or do I shut down and then go back to concentrating on all the other things? So I opened the floodgates, and there are a number of stories, but some of the high-end clients I got was because of I answered the phone.
Thank you for enjoying today's episode of the Chosen Life podcast. Go ahead and hit the subscription button below and the notification bell to catch all of our great shows. And remember to contact the Chosen Lawyers when you are ready for your next real estate and commercial transaction. Go to cormans.ca.